Lawrence Alobi is former police commissioner of the Federal Capital Territory. He joins me now to discuss the new leadership of the Nigerian police. Thank you very much for giving us your time. Tunji Disu is the new name to pay attention to when you talk about police force in Nigeria. What do you know about him and his track record and what that means for that leadership role? A short break. We'll be right back. Thank you for staying with us. Let's continue our conversation with Lawrence Alobi, a former police commissioner of the Federal Capital Territory. He joins us from Abuja. Your quick assessment of Tunji Disu's experience and what he brings to the role of acting IGP.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think Mr. President has made a very good choice, the right choice at the right time, because the challenges facing not only the police, but the country in terms of internal security are actually very challenging, enormous, and require some of the capacity, operational capacity, administrative capacity, and at least the wherewithal to address the issues squarely, effectively, and efficiently. The IGP Disu is a very fine police officer, an officer with operational capacity. I know him very, very well. He worked he was CP River State, he was CP FCT, he was also in Lagos. He was also, in fact, he even have international experience. He was the commander of the police contingent to Sudan on peacekeeping. And I have confidence in him that he will do well. Because you see, capacity determines your confidence. If you don't have capacity, you don't have confidence. And what gives capacity is the various experiences you work. You'll be mentored by senior officers, you work under senior officers, you face various challenges. And because of this, working in various positions and offices, you gather knowledge and capacity. I think he has gotten that capacity in terms of operation, in terms of administration, and in terms of investigation. And another officer with a listening ear is a humble officer, and that humility doesn't mean that one is weak. You know, there's power in humility, and also this has one quality of having a listening ear. And I'm very, very confident that with the support the Mr. President, the government of this country will give to the police under his leadership, in terms of funding, in terms of equipment, in terms of training, in fact, funding specifically. Because if the police is well funded, they can be able to actually do those things that are important and necessary for the effective performance of the force. But when they are not funded, that they keep on going cap in hand to beg for money, to support their administrative operations and even administrative procedures or activities. So I think like I saw Mr. President during the inauguration, when he was being decorated, Mr. President promised to give him all the support. I know Mr. President, man of action, man of his word, and I think I have confidence that Disu will reinvent and transform the Nigerian police force.
All right, let's talk about some of his priorities now that he has been inaugurated. Let's talk about his priorities. The president charged him on professionalism, and he's released 3 priority areas: professionalism, modernization, accountability, and integrity. He also talked about community partnership. How core are these priorities for you in the work to bring the police up to the standards that are expected globally?
Yeah, professionalism is key and important, because our professionalism comes with capacity. We don't have the capacity, you won't know how to perform your function, carry your function in line with the laid down standard and values. The police have some core values, core standards, that makes it unique. And that's discipline, it's anchored on discipline. Discipline and supervision. Because officers need to effectively supervise. And officers are meant to be supervised. You know, policing is a very challenging job, because you are doing things that probably people and offense have been committed, We're ready to manage crises, control crises, and so to prevent crime, you take crime, life and property. It's challenging, you know, but with capacity and good training to build their capacity in terms of, we talk about human rights abuse, for instance. They need to apply this. We're not a democratic dispensation. The police need to imbibe democratic principles. Democratic principles, that is promotion of human rights, and also policing in line with democratic principles. That is community partnership, working to meet the needs of the people. You see, gone are the days during the colonial era when, or maybe this new colonialism, when it is believed that the government is used to use the police to oppress the people. No, the police and the people need to work together. They need each other. The police need the public, and the public need the police. Because if the police and the public work together, we have a better society. And the police can only enjoy the trust of the people when they do their job in terms of professional standard, with the fear of God, in line with professional standard, international best practices, without abusing human rights, and also carrying out the job without putting, some of us put money first, you know, oh, what will I make today when I go out? But if you put service even itself to attract blessings and bounties. So I think the IG should emphasize on training capacity building. And that training would enhance the capacity of the men, be able to, and then apply the principle of emotional intelligence and policing in line with democratic principles. Emotional intelligence in policing and leadership. The leaders themselves also should lead by examples. And like I said, the IG cannot do it alone. It needs to consult with his team, and I hope that the management team will be a team that will work in the spirit of team spirit, not rivalry, not competition. They should know they all have a common purpose to ensure that Nigeria is safe and secure, and Nigerians will enjoy.
Mr. Alobi, I'm trying to interject to get one more thought from you quickly. Disu is said to have been credited with turning around security in Rivers State and the FCT. What specific strategies do you think contributed to his success, and how that can be replicated nationwide?
His leadership style. You know, the leadership determines followership. When the officers are men of the force, you know that you as a leader. When I was CPFCT, I know myself of leadership. And Disu also is a man who consults, an officer who consults. It's an officer who is humble, he listens to his officers, he consults, and he's also put service first. What is concerned for Disu, we must put in the best effort to achieve the best result. And that best result is effective policing and effective law enforcement. I'm sure if you apply that, and if the officers are men of the force, emulate these principles of service, of trying to put in their best effort to make Nigeria safe and secure, and for policing and law enforcing the law based on the principle of democratic policing and human rights principles and emotional intelligence, I think Nigerians will have a better police for the nearest future under the leadership of Disu. I'm very optimistic that he has a capacity, both international experience, he has capacity in terms of operations, capacity in terms of administration. And what is required now is that officers and men, the standard should be reinvented, because a lot of things have gone wrong, actually. The dress code, our dress code no longer respected.
Mr. Alobi, I'm afraid that's the much time will permit us for the conversation. Thank you for speaking with us. We appreciate your time.